good afternoon to you wherever you find yourself. Election matters. About home come and a Tuesday edition or Tuesday segment of Election Matters. Says and Yamaya to me actually swing regions in terms of presidential elections. No, to me the dynamics when it comes to the 4 swing regions. Mind you, once I say 2020 me says regions number 16. Like I told you previously, no, you better now entering into 2020 elections, you better break the other 6 regions. I'm gonna fit it into the other regions, name 16, so that you better understand what we're doing right now. But for any analysis and benefits, you better now you're breaking it down to just 4 regions. You have a presidential election in terms of swing regions, which happens to be a Greater Accra region, Central region, Western region, and also Brong Ahafo region. You have the dynamics involved when it comes to presidential elections. Now I want to move into parliamentary elections in these 4 swing regions. Don't forget, say we will come your way equally with discussions and analysis when it comes to strong regions when it comes to NPP and also NDC. NDC have 4 regions initially, which happens to be their strong regions, and also 2 for NPP. We'll take time and look at all those ones for you. But for Greater Accra region as a swing region in terms of the parliamentary seats are both NPP and NDC usually get when it comes to elections. We'll look at how many seats are there as it stands now for NPP, how many seats are there as it stands now for NDC, even the total constituencies or the total seats in Greater Accra. Aside that, region, constituencies being Obeka say skirt and blouse. Possibly they can vote for the presidential, and then in the parliamentary they will vote for a different party. We'll look at all these dynamics. Let me let you know that we're also live on Green FM 88.5. We're also live on Facebook, Green TV Ghana. That's on Facebook, Green TV Ghana. And follow us live online, greenfmonline.com/radio. Within the Kofi entry box, you can get interactive on the program on WhatsApp line 0241 520000 0241 520000. Bomodia send it to us. Right after this, no, I will introduce him to the program. No, Bomodia amana boy na analysis. No, say bibin so on mouse try and then share with us. We'll go for a quick commercial break. We'll continue, and I'll introduce my guest to you for today's segment.
Put so my pa ewa wompatemu edu abatwa so adandan nya na manyoko bebre na na ehwebo akese ne ahodo ewa manga nem ha nya enenti wasa wote abatwa ensamase so de beya wo behu senti a wasa woto aba
eno ena yede beto akwaso edwudwam etu misre ene abasa ne yede nchiremu abrel.
All the news analysis, the news review, all the reports in the 16th region of this republic.
We'll be speaking to the relevant personalities. They may be some of the relevant questions in our quest to seek the relevant answers.
Ninyina musebe ko yia na chess abato ye de yanimi ana wankasa o kwa kwato aba na bato abapa ama mpunto mapa etumi aba eye omanga na mu ha
na se o pe ba bia obehunu ensem ate ede afa eye amanyosem ho ene abato ho ensem ho akasefoni wa kopɛ ye wo se wonya hotoso e wo so eno a ene Green TV
within the Kofi entry boss yakon Abuajankra Chanitiawa na frame Kaba
Papa Florence Nyamiche Caesar betimi frame Florence Nightingale
Evans Nana Yaukwi
Ediana ba Yaukwi akon ene medin
Abutan team Nana Abna Adepa
Election Dome
to Election
Dome our battle ahimfie Election Dome abatwo ahimfie.
welcome back once again. Election matters. So don't forget, everyone, the most awaiting manifesto came into being. The NDC launched their manifesto yesterday, all the way in UPSC. Now we're on the grounds, Election Dome was on the grounds. We did as much as possible, both on TV and radio. We brought you all the coverage live. We did exclusive interviews. But let me remind you, 90 more days for the big decision to be taken or to be made by all Ghanaians, especially those who are eligible to vote and those who will be interested to vote. But for election matters for today, you'll be discussing Greater Accra region as a swing region in terms of parliamentary voting. How are the dynamics like? Are there more or less too many skirt and blouse area constituencies in Greater Accra? Or perhaps more of the constituencies or the seats are there traditionally for a NPP, and I said they are there traditionally for a NDC. Today, my guest for Energy Media Evans Nanaya Okwe. He is a media practitioner, head of Green Schools, and also host of Ghana Nkomo and GH Box, which comes your way on Green FM 88.5. Like I told you earlier on, we're so live on Green FM 88.5, also on Green TV Ghana on Facebook, and also on greenfmonline.com/radio. Mame koma minua Sheka Akwaba. But for the purpose of this program, my friend Evans Nanaya Okwe. Evans Akwaba.
Kofi Mejozo.
Of course, I think yesterday, just a minute, the much awaiting manifesto was launched. Even though they took us deep into the night, but we did everything possible. Election Dome, because they are promising it here for any actual force, say we'll do everything possible when it comes to elections. Whatever will drop on the floor, no. We did our best, and then we brought them the coverage. In a minute, the manifesto, as it is being, let me say, titled, the People's Manifesto. Do you see it to be the People's Manifesto?
Kofi, it was quite a colorful event. I like the fact it's event, you know, usually I can say we want our politicians to use the prime time.
Sure.
Time, I mean, then can't seminar you to me at ye. Then I say we go school, we go Jumana obey. That's a distorted at the end of the year. But so the fact that they chose a prime time was very encouraging. And now we'll be say whether it was People's Manifesto. Indeed, per what they told us, according to Omona, they went into a very, very, very huge stakeholder engagement. A very huge stakeholder engagement. Engaged almost every relevant organization and the people within the society, and for me, I was quite happy. One thing I was much impressed because of obesity, personal matter, the issue to do with the law education in Ghana.
Of course, I think that one,
yes,
most media practitioners were more or less a bit happy with that.
Yes, because every single year, your cultural exams, 90% are failing. Your cultural exams, so I fail. And then the fact is the professional course I Ghana in terms of law, idea, Makola and it went to me and call Makola. It means obviously you can't wait to me. I be a first degree, but the professional law course they want to mean
is a monopoly. Is a monopoly in our system.
And don't forget Chief Justice, former Chief Justice of Akufakacha is over her dot body. So far as she's still involved with legal education in Ghana, and there's no way about so for me that is a proactive kind of approach. Where I see protecting a particular profession. We don't want to open it up for people to come on board. So for me, I don't know. Now I'm told the faculties,
for the purposes of the programs we host, it's very important when you have a law background.
Be doing the professional training. That is fantastic, and I think, in fact, there's a Supreme Court judgment to some effect. Science and same way, but I'm sure how it pans out. I'm just hoping, say, really, it is not going to be idea I can't kick it, but idea people would be focusing on, and so we don't obviously disappoint them.
Yes. Okay, and so because with time, election matters will take time, and then go deeper into a manifesto. NDC Diabeto, NPP Diabeto will take time. Get the two of them here into the studios, and then they will come and then tell us how visible or how viable or how fruitful they think their promises will be going into 2020 elections. If not, it's be a normal promises. like they always want to get cheap politics to get more results in terms of figures on many day winning. 90 more days to go. Quickly, we've done with Greater Accra as a swing region when it comes to presidential elections. No? Today, we want to look at the Greater Accra in terms of parliamentary seats results. How many seats do we even have in Greater Accra as it stands now, as at 2012?
As at now, we are looking at a figure close to 34 in social constituencies Greater Accra, a number up to 34 seats. So that is what is up for grabs currently. You got to a banner, and out of this 34 NDC will move 13 of them, and MPP our majority is 21 seats. The last time we had a Bobo constituency is Ahodua. We had the strongholds of the various parties, and it to me swing it depending on maybe what is at stake. So, for instance, just to reiterate the point, MPP strongholds. I share maybe said Domiko Abenya. Share Tema West. Important high baby. Share Tema Central. Share Ablikuma West. Share Ablikuma North. And share Okankwe North and South. And share our constituencies where they are. I just say consistently, NDC, MPP, MPP parliamentary, and say almost both ways. And I will share NDC so strongholds, share Ningo Pram, share Po Katamanso, Ayawaso North, share Shayo Sudoku, share Adan, and yes, and share Sege so Ediakahu. Swing regions, the last time I think we defined operationally, defining what we mean by swing. We will not delve back into science and we need to swing regions. Someone maybe once in a while, na party back could be like to me. No, I know to me check. NDC to me we need MPP, so to me we need fine. So we need at least more than once. Both parties say we need more than once.
That is the swing regions.
The swing regions, to show maybe say Lejo Kuku say one of those swing regions near share Crow also a swing Nungan Patemuha La Dadi Kutupo and so to me swing Madina and so to me swing is Ablikuma Central and Ayawa so West. These are swing regions, the other regions
constituencies
no so Bano say Yankotwa Bar, you may not be too certain where or Mobesha Twafa and your constituencies be on so it may be a particular party, the stronghold, but I say Bakubi, and mostly a primaries once and some you got to about primaries now. We thought to say, and can see any way delegates episode do equal. Maybe Yamfana Kono before Frabana party executives the power being be a hand to say, and no Sarona skirt and blouse have been yes, I say, and Yatwama presidential, Yatwama way, but. Parliamentary, until some of these swing ways, for instance, do see MPP every year for the very first time 2000. We need that. Sounds also and Ashaman and also NDC and every year MPP every need the very first time 2000s Tema East and also NDC we need for the very first time 2012. I don't know we need that. And also we were told to say MPP and also I say Metia now so I'm also found him. And I just say, I'm a coin. Sounds on Amasaman, NPP, 2004, from nowhere, and history said they have a movie needs Ada. I also Central, so NDC every in 2008, the very first time, and also so every needs. And these are
I also West Wagon.
Yes,
1996.
1996
was won by NDC, and afterwards has been MPP.
Exactly, but you look at sometimes it swings. Yes, because check it we now one of those constituencies that they are supposed to be swinging. No, we will look at the swing constituencies very soon. Who beside the just say shall see the free a number of seats are available for grabs, and medical and they are 34 out of which NDC was 13 and then MPP was 21.
Okay, so quickly I mean Kai Yashefo and Adolfo said we are live on Green FM 88.5 and also Green TV Ghana on Facebook and also greenfmonline.com/radio. be interactive with us on the program. 0241 520000. Today I have in the studios Evans Nana Yaokwe on a mama analysis no abro. We are looking at Greater Accra as one of the biggest or one of the big swing regions when it comes to Ghana politics going into 2020 elections. Then don't forget, they have the highest voter registrants, over 3 million, and that is going to play a major role. It's been one of the swing regions. So we'll look at that after any discussion. Sheka will help me do that. But Sheka, quickly, starting from Ablekuma, is it Ablekuma South, right? Or Ablekuma West? Which of them are we starting with?
In fact, the Ablekuma constituencies in Ankasano, they are quite an interesting dynamic. Ablekuma Central.
Okay.
This about to betray me. I say Ebenezer Gilbert Niama Nati and OMG as the candidate. Oshe a yes our constituency now. Per history, you know, Oshema, it is supposed to be one of those constituencies a swing. In fact, from 1996 all the way to a year 2016, MPP AFA 4 times. 1996, 2000, 2004. And NDC AFA twice, 2008 and then 2012.
Very
2016 and NDC MPP SN retainees are seats no into Osha Ablekuma Central say it is more like swing because my operational definition for swing near the at least on fire crowd were found twice into Osha Ablekuma say but obviously Osha MPP alpha majority of the times what it means is that it is likely say MPP best alpha looking at what is happening and one interesting stat in say omofa to so be 3 times omofa no ansa no magem 1996 2004 omofa to so no moja na NDC so be fa 2008 na 2012 unfortunately NDC entumi retain this seat no na MPP esan bae.
So more or less it looks like if NDC is in power they capture the seat.
Yes, because
apart from 1996
exactly 2008 NDC bae and they captured that particular seat
and 2012
and so under John Mahama so that's
a very wonderful dynamic. Parliament, of course, currently, you know, the Otesono, I think Gilbert, right?
Yes, Gilbert.
Then probably going to 2016. I don't know, say if Yomoko premise, he's still the one going for it. But if he is, then he also Tuna Jumudana, he needs to do more work. It can be a surprise.
You cannot, especially when just the year 2012, 2012 was just 4 years or so ago.
Yes.
And once I, you know, Obabe say, oh, okay, because
2012 about 8 years.
And it is not
ago.
a stronghold. Baby, Sebi, marine throughout. Then you can relax more. But we can say mentia. Sounds a Bantama, no, I can say we Asuka, baby, na mituma koda. We one she na oko relax here. At the end, you may lose the seat.
I think coincidence in the doors. Yem also fast so there was a time when man after better was Ablekuma North.
Ablekuma North the done deal MPP befa because from 1996 all the way to 2000 and in fact this year our current MP Nanekwe Wusu free MPP. In fact she won by 66.8%. Huge landslide. There's no way NDC would pick that seat. And
that's honorable Nana Ekuya
Wusu free and the fast seat. So we will not even waste time. And I'll share Ablekuma South constituency so current MP the former mayor Accra Okuvandapoy also we need 54.36%. That particular constituency is very, very interesting. Very interesting because and also swing one of the swing constituencies Osha history now 1996 2000 2004 MPP NFI now 2008 2012 and 2016 sad time so now NDC so AFA so it's 3 no it means MPP AFA 3 times NDC so AFA 3 times so what it means is that no your battlegrounds see Nico Hopper who takes that particular seat.
Look at the dynamics. Even if in 2016 the NDC won the presidential seat, and NPP, which is they are in opposition. Okuvandapoy, former mayor, it may win. It tells you say that the honor per se more swing. Yes, definition and I say because 2016, of course, it tells us it's not really a strong place for NPP. Neither is a strong place for NDC.
Kofi, but who show no na who share the trajectory na 1996 now it was NDC and there was power meboa and the year 2000 now President Kufuor had taken over and year 2004 and also President Kufuor had taken over year 2008 and another NDC. So Osha, the only time I send your kind, so it was a brilliant observation you made. Now incumbents, I say only to me 2012.
Yes.
I mean 2016. 2016. Yeah, 2016. Abra Okubanda point when he belongs to the opposition. And clearly you could see say Ahano incumbents but very interesting. So 2016, almost say the party in power. No, don't forget party in power. Now NDC then.
Sure.
And then we're going into the 2016 election. Yes, now NDC and now power.
You think maybe the campaign favored Honorable Okubanda? But don't forget, honestly, he was very popular.
Obviously. Now,
I mean, everybody in Accra knew Oku.
Exactly. So Oku was very, very popular amongst the people. So for me, I wasn't surprised winning going into the 2016 elections. You know, a constituency, share the history near a 3-3. Until then, you cannot now say you'll be stronghold. It means a battlefield would have to take a look at. Now, Yanko Ablekuma, near Ablekuma constituencies, and I think there's one more. Yes, near Ablekuma constituencies. Ablekuma West constituency, current MPS La Owusu, current communication minister Adema Communications, and so. Now, Osha, and a new constituency, the new, in fact, 2012, and I'm going to Maba, Nidi Kankra, Kaneno, Nanka, and None. Okubanda poidi nanke bom and na Fritz Bafu ubeka Fritz Bafu and I know MP Edema sa constituency yes split sa constituency so now we have two of them Ablekuma West and Ablekuma North or the Ahasem de Dikan Canada in 2012 and ya call ni Dikan kra Esla Owusu win by 56.96%. In fact, one interesting dynamics was our constituency. Also, I told you say yes split it. Now share down some and put him baby. Share down some and put him on. So share the side see the west part of Dansumano. One account for dominated by the accounts. And now share one so war the other part, the southern part of Dansuma and Patemna, and
more of the fisher
typical and crime and we know the dynamics. So, in fact, that time no boom, no back. Debia, you could see say MPP were gaining more votes from the southern part of Medina. Dansuma and NDC so from the other part, and now in a split what it means is that NDC is likely to retain that part now, and then MPP will continue even though Sa party the southern part is it the southern part? No, the other part I say I talk about once in 2012 and I just say no you talk about that is the Ablekuma West constituency. I know once you talk about current MPS land so FI and looking at this. And 2012, 2016, or some fire what it means is that Senyama because of honor predominantly Akan people, most of them tilt towards MPP. And likely say MPP may retain that seat, but
going into 2020.
Yes, as in 2020. But the dynamics are that people have grounds at the Maestla, no, you're quite shaky.
As it stands now.
But unfortunately, they will not vote for MPP, NDC. They will not vote for NDC. And Untinanka, they wanted to oust her primaries, and she was one of those. She was one of those seats, as a young contestant. They went on
the post for okay.
Sankanya no pa dia Esla grounds, for me because now in summer yet delegates no nsema ye no ebi no twetwe nkomo they may have ousted her just like senior nkofo bibiri.
But basically, even though they would have, put her aside going into 2020 elections in the primaries, of course, I'm talking about, you would have seen still see say the NPP would have still gained their strong hold. No, looking at the 2012-2016 elections, the southern part from the analysis you are giving me, tells you say it's still a strong hold for NPP, even though there has just been 2 elections.
Yes, the western part, Kofi, any clarification.
Okay. Sorry, the western part. Sorry,
West,
the western part.
Ablekuma West constituency. No. No, I make us say, in as much as a constituency belonging to the NPP, if there is an issue to, and I make us say, there is no way they were going to vote for the NDC. So what it means is that usually constituencies of this nature and apathy will set in. So
do you think you foresee say this very year election 2020 7 December we have 19 more days to go, looking at Ablekuma West as it stands now with the little information you've gathered on the grounds being shaky for Osla, honorable, let me put it that way, do you think say NPP can win the seat but not with a high number?
Yes, they would win the seat obviously. 2000 and they just ended the election. The year 2016, Ursula Puli 56.96. 56.96.
So basically 57%.
Yes, in is all running up at 57%. 2012, onya 58%. 2012, that is the first time yet is our constituency, yet free a year south. Onya a year send 58%. Now the next election, I should say from 56%, 58% to close to 57%. By 1%. I should say what it means is that SLS popularity never form.
But that isn't that much significant. Yes, just 1%. So
what it means is that the people would choose not to vote. It means they decided someone got to abano.
Okay.
And now to add obviously assault to injury, the fact is when they wanted to through the primaries, unopposed,
so even if she would win this, it may be around
she
51.
She would win it, but the number, for me, the projection would clearly show say the numbers would come down, but Nana would win massively. That was our constituency, because MPP strong.
Or you think there can be a surprise of a skirt and blouse?
No, they will not do skirt and blouse.
The people of Ablekuma West.
Yes, because Ohono NDC, check numbers, last year, 2016, Eshlanya 34,376.
Okay.
34,376. And NDC contender, Dina Obenewa Chum, Onunya 20,000. In Tusha, there is somewhere around 14,000 votes. 14 is a huge go.
So you think
yes,
it's a
yes, ABR a so better, but they would never vote NDC or our constituency. Just like ABR say, just an American mention. Woman koto yes, about bet me at it, but say NDC baby nipa. Difficult. Until that time we are still standing.
I think we spent a little more time on analyzing Ablekuma West. Let's look at Ada constituency. I think there's one surprise thing here. It's a stronghold for NDC. Of course,
yes,
under no circumstance would the NPP.
Obviously, in fact, last year election, in fact, the 2016 election, NDC won by 80.48%. 80, almost, I don't know, just a landslide.
In areas like this, do you think the NPP is about time they just forget about those seats and just let the NPP just take over, the NDC just take over, they not worry themselves campaigning, wasting money, wasting resources? Because if you have a candidate from 1996, which of course the NDC put 76, 2055, which even Kufuor won, 2004 76 by the NDC, 2008 80% by the NDC, 2012 73%, 2016 pulling 80% again. The
point really is that out of don't forget elections, so we have the parliamentary and then there is the
yes, I'm talking about the parliamentary presidential fine. The votes
we for them to add up to we no.
I'm a bit worried that Obi say the resources and then another candidate will put 80% and from 1996 down to 2016 did not made any major impact. Not even being able to get about 40% or 35% of the votes cast over the term percentage. With the 1% and 1.2%.
The point is that you need to build some clout.
Okay.
And don't forget the electoral rules, political parties are supposed to be nationally represented. In fact, Nancy and Amiche say easy. Issue statement be said they were going to clamp down on political parties. Meetings are demands now. Yes, we answer no be a political party. They were going to clamp down on all these.
I mean, we'll take time to look at that.
Yeah, so
one of these days.
You need to be a party like MPP cannot say on-file candidate to be a particular constituency. Yes. So you need to show, say, like, also, you are a serious party, and a serious party is supposed to be everywhere.
I think the explanation you're giving me is quite clear for me, and I don't really know about your viewers. But we are also live on Green FM 88.5, Green TV Ghana on Facebook, and also greenfmonline.com/radio. Election matters, and the parliamentary seats in Greater Accra, which happens to be one of the swing regions in Ghana. Now, Greater Accra has a very interesting dynamics. This time around, the huge numbers in terms of the registrants. We are looking to see, say, is it going to be the normal 60% and above vote at Ebiano? It turns out to be, which of course we'll look at that when we strike the differences and we'll see how many people are going to vote out of the 3-point-something million. I have in the studios here Ivan Sanaya Okwe, who is now helping me do discussions. Ivan, quickly, if you can get interactive with us on 0241 520000 0241 520000. Adenta constituency.
Adenta very, 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 very interesting. Unim say Adenta constituency one of those constituencies are maintaining MP for a second term. That what it means is that say NDC and a winning Adenta and candidates, now say the following election, the NDC can be say winning prime minister, sir, NDC MP Olusu.
As in the primaries.
The primaries no be lose. NDC could be winning, but they will win with another candidate.
With a new candidate.
Exactly.
That is.
It's in Oshe Adenta 2004 and Yatifri Hunanka Madina
Adenta Madina
constituency or Bebina 2004 and you split his constituency. Now Oshe 2004 MPP in a winning. Now look at the margin MPP they win. They didn't even get 50%. MPP enya 49% and nobody win. So it shows
less
you say
50%.
Adenta a serious swing constituency. NDC did not also make two MPP. It means independent candidates now. Votes now and parliamentary elections now by simple majority. What we need to do on Oko?
Yes, go your way. And 50 plus 1. That makes it very interesting.
Yes, a simple majority. Even
if it's
1%, one vote to cry.
To be Antonani Papa Copa,
yes, we say we be Antonani Papa 2 number 2. Na 2-1 where we need cop. Into a simple majority. No baby no cop. Into the MPP. We need Sabano, and yet they did not even clock 50%.
49.
Yes, 49% in MPP. We need Adenta constituency for the very first time, and it shows you how close and what's in a free honor. 2 consecutive elections they lost. NDC we need our constituency 2008
and 2012
by 54%, and 2012 and so we need by 53%.
But wouldn't one be fair to say basically because what you want to trend now, if your party is in power, you are likely to win. And I say it doesn't really work like that because in 2008 was the transition of a new government from John Ejekum Kufuor to John Fifi Evans Atamet Professor, the late. And NDC winning here. And in 2012 they were still in government, incumbent, and they still won. But going to 2012, there was another transition or a change in government, and of course that one the MPP came to win. So don't you think that dynamics plays in that very area?
You can make that extraction from in fact stats now but in fact the same thing 2004 see, and also now MPP na incumbent,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Just we were going into the 2008 elections and they lost that. And same thing 2012 now NDC and a power. And yet 2016 they lost. So yes, that analogy is clear, at least based on what we have now. Say you can make that conclusion. You know?
So the likelihood that Honorable Boabeng, the communication director for NPP, say Nyame Aduma probably say if the people should work well, he's likely to, retain his seat. If only the NPP, retain their seats in terms of presidential.
Yeah, but the Anameka say usual identity anke once. On Americano, Ubeka MP Swaga, MP Swaga, NDC, MP, Onozonzo, once in Obaya 2012 or so, and Onusube winning. But before then, NDC winning Sa constituency in 2008, and also it was another member of parliament, and Nidina Ajimin MCC. But now we have, fortunately, MPP. Omode ya abo abian someone in fact ono the incumbent and was saying we need on no the primaries. Yes, and you say you can say unopposed. He contested and then won.
Yeah.
So what it means is that now if that he is to win, then that will be the first time MP
winning primaries.
Where we need
the primaries.
No, what yasa are retaining a sitting MP. On America,
yes, that is where I'm coming from. He winning the primaries,
yes,
is a different thing altogether.
Yes,
and then he now coming
exactly. So even already his winning of the primaries no cry record yes. Setting basically. Say Adenta constituency and MPB anyhow or no or Sankoji primaries.
Adenta had his own issues when we were following the primaries.
Exactly.
Even most people were saying,
"No, there's no way," because he was the communication director of the MPP. If he was to lose the primaries, the signal now huge.
But individuals we interacted with were more or less like
because he's busy at the communication directorate.
And you think he wouldn't play any?
No, but he has a role to play for the
going
party.
into 2020
yes,
elections.
Boabeng has a role to play for the party.
No two ways about that. But when the people begin to complain on their grounds, going into the general elections, only
the same people voted for him. At least the MPP voted for him.
That one was Obeka say can say delegates.
And
so few number.
And because the people delegates in Kwana beto about and almost say sa primaries no.
But let's not forget currently the issues coming out of primaries are here's the case, cash for vote and all that, they had money tricks.
Obi also no to be Omra Mountain no meka.
I'm off for John bicycle near the other. That's just by the way.
Adenta is going to present a very, very, very wonderful spectacle. All of us see in each Adenta because very, very interesting we are Efriho, NDC twice, MPP twice. Intino Yabeshe when head to head the say Adenta ebe the pass. So it's one of the constituencies yedi ni ebedi chiripa.
Yenhwe Amasaman constituency. It was I think Kev in 2004.
2004.
Tomato about 4 times. So 2004, NPP to me winning. So there was kind of 46%. Very, very, for me, very, very bad.
Yeah.
Poor. Because mostly one make it a 50 and above. I don't think you are really pulling weight. But from there coming to 2016, it has been NDC throughout. What are the dynamics there?
May catch you say one of those constituencies are Omoto Abanema NDC more. Just once and MPP ebe winning, and that was in 2004. So you could clearly see this. Say, that is when MPP winning. What it means is that they presented maybe a much more reliable candidate. Now, I say,
could it not be that the NPP was in power as an incumbent, and for that matter, it played a major role in
yes, it could be
elections. No,
it could be, but say currently, NDC in power view, yes, and yet they are still winning that seat. But look at the difference. 2004, 2008, the very first time you told Abana NPP win, they won by 46%.
That's what I was saying. It was very bad for me.
Yes, in 2008, even when NDC Pukra Yeka says our seat may belong to the NDC, they won by 49%. Into even Omumpo, they couldn't even clock the 50%.
They're very shaky.
Yeah.
Independent candidates have John
What it means is
I think
that-
there's one
yes.
gentleman coming from that area.
What it means is
I think
that-
the last time we interviewed on the program. So
Yes. What it means is that independent candidates are a peer free or honor our hard dream pa. And then in 2012, no, NDC finally, no, Omunya a year 54% for the very first time. And look at 2016. They went back to less than 50. In fact, 2016, Emmanuel Neo Kainla, you know, or your current MP. Onya 49.83%. All running the app and they do 50.
50, yes.
One running the app, it means point and here he be where
yes.
so he couldn't even clock the 50%. So what it means is that parliamentary candidates, independent candidates, a war or I say sure NDC and NPP, so much pa because almost say vote.
But one would say that he was still the incumbent MP. If you look at who was there in 2012, 2016,
yes,
he winning, will be more or less like he has gained the popularity.
No,
the
but
people
he
already
from 54%
to the 15.
20,
you are talking about the figures.
Yes.
Okay.
From 54%,
I get that.
2012 to a year now. 49.83%.
Approximately 50%, losing
Yes.
4%.
So when we lose by 4%,
Going
percentage
into
in the
2020
calculation,
elections, also watch out.
yes. So what it means is that he should be very mindful of next constituency, Okay, he may lose that constituency, and especially as ABR they may not lose the seat per se, but the
margin.
The margin, so better because at least for nothing crying himself consistently, more to about the NDC. So one year the margin never form, and then it may affect more chances, especially when it comes to the presidential.
Anya so to constituency, a baby constituency. Somebody will put it that way because your own in chair 2012. There have only been 2 votes, general elections there. Sorry, how do you see those dynamics there?
Yeah, Shelley Ayokobotri in a current MP Edema Sahar constituency, and from the look of things, it is a stronghold of the MPP. Look at last year, figures about 69%, 69.06%. NDC, David Niabuse Brady, onya 29.71%. Look at the difference. Clearly, there's no way NDC would have a.
Maybe if you look at it from 2012 2016, if you compare, there was an increase of about 6%. Because 2012, the NPP won at the parliamentary seat with 63%.
And 2016, 69%. So it means if for nothing, there is a gradual increment of the number of votes MPP.
I think on also on Kobi Nana.
Shelley's on the current, I think, Foreign Affairs Minister.
Yes.
Minister of
but I
Foreign
think
Affairs.
Senko Kobiema would have helped the party, her popularity.
She's a very popular figure in the MPP. Huge when we are mentioning women of clout. MPP more. You cannot overlook
Honorable Shelley.
Yes, Honorable Shelley Ayokobotri Trentino for probably ABR and also the person and so in that, but obviously it is a stronghold of the MPP, and NDC would have to do a bit more than normal to
but from
really take that
from the look of things, I have to let our viewers who say and then it's likely to be the whole of the 34 constituencies Greater Accra, and I said 34 seats in Greater Accra. What we're going to do is we'll do up to baby and then probably we come and continue. You're moving into the almighty Ashama constituency.
Ashama
and Nest has been ruling for some time.
So currently, and Honorable Ernest Henry Nogbe, MP Edema Ashaman. 2016, he won by 58.91%. Now, you share the history when it comes to the voting of Ashaman. Ashaman belonging to one of those constituencies. Now, I may say they may be predominantly a particular party, but once be and a party be betray more winning. Ashaman since 1996. It has always been NDC. It was, in fact, 2016 now assembly making it has always been NDC, till the year 2000, and MPP.
They're coming into being of John Ejekum
John Ejekum Kufuor. And Anumpukra, it was 37% nobody winning. Clearly tells you something. Say something may have gone wrong.
More or less that the people didn't really vote.
Yes, what it means is that NDC for now got to Abano. Sometimes we protest voting. And Senya apathy.
Probably be a candidate to presenting the
you know those things. Yes, those things come to play when about voting patterns of constituencies normally are there, especially when percentage, you know, it's not even up to 40%.
Because 37%.
Yes, they won by 37%. And I've told you, say about a parliamentary now a simple majority. Unyanya do na we win. It is a nipa 5 for kind of to aba na unya 4. And I say unya 3 where we need a simple majority. Unlike presidential, now you'd have to get a percentage 50 and then plus 1 vote. You know, we did a simple majority. We near oko. You know, Ashaman. The dynamics now and there's a
Alhaji
Labaran
against
very influential figure. Ashaman
against Honorable Nogbe.
And Ashaman so one place that you could regard it say a cosmopolitan. Why? Because various tribes, people from various tribes, various religious backgrounds.
You know, this time around, the little I've gathered is, you know, Honorable Nogbe, more or less, you know, people, but I always say yes, the individual where he's coming from sometimes plays a role. You know, Alhaji Labaran, the Muslim northern section, you know, and Ashaman is more or less the Muslim northern Votarians, Adan, Ganadangbe, kind of. So you're going to see that there's, if care is not taken, there's going to be a split of vote. I don't really know how Alhaji Labaran, campaigner, the campaign ground, Komano, but if that should be a determinant in this elections, that is for Ashama parliamentary, then it's not going to be really, really easy for Ashaman this time round.
2016, Alhaji Labaran is engineer. 2016, he managed 40.13%, 40.13%, as against Henry Day and 58.91, almost 59% of the votes. See, to be frank, it will take some magic for
but
Alhaji.
But the little I've gathered on ground, people are really now not really happy with Honorable because they say, "I say you move for the past 4 years."
And America say, as for these agitations, grievances, they would always come.
But when it comes to voting, they will surprise you.
Yes, but what would happen? Even the very first time I'm fire crowd, no, I'm saying, 37%, and in fact, it is just in line with Nyomunya year 2016. 2016, Omunya 40%. Just some 3% difference. Maybe 2000 Omudi can win here. So it means MPP has over the years Shama Omunya be 40 below, and NDC 50 plus. So the only time I said I'm 2000 no man I said me 2000 MPP figures na NDC there now because it will be very interesting to know say MPP
won by 37. Then what was the figure for
NDC? So maybe I'm trying to get that figure now to make to put the whole analysis into proper context. And you know, Osha clearly, you know, even in situations where they are winning, margins are huge, sir. So one can confidently conclude, say, in fact, 2008 NDC won by 60%. 2016, they almost had 60%. You know?
Yes.
So it would be extremely difficult for the MPP to get more than 50 plus, at least per the history now. So it will be very difficult.
Okay. And I think say the SC Ashaman constituency seat, no. So I'm sure we've done about 10 of the constituencies. I guess 9. So we have still we have a lot more to go for Greater Accra. But few messages passing through, you know. I think for some time now, and I need to hit on the fact that if you are sending your message, you just need to add your name. This one says that we much interested in the analysis you are giving. I think they are still complaining about the dashboard now. You need to mean projecting more mono. I think production will do as much as possible and work on that for you. And I wish you add your name, baby. This one also says that basically saying that they want to see the time we can zoom into voter region so that they can see the dynamics for NPP. If probably they can gain grounds this time around.
Voter said dynamics be any.
So probably it's a stronghold for NDC, but they want to know say if MPP is gaining grounds gradually. I'm sure say the MPP new of course. So we also zoom into Ashanti region. Don't worry. This one says I'm enjoying Nanaya Evans' quiz analysis. He's very good. You should keep it up. Okay. We also thank you for also doing the watching. I think few of them more or less compliment. So we'll have to just wrap it up in 30 seconds. Tomorrow, God willing, we will be moving into Ayawaso Central constituency. But before I go with this now I discussing in just let's say 5 to 10 seconds. How do you see those dynamics in Greater Accra? Looking at the figures we have currently into 2020 elections, over 3 million.
Kofi, huge figures in APA Greater Accra. In fact, this is the very first time Greater Accra top is a chart. Hitherto, it's always Ashanti region coming out with these huge numbers. So there are lots to gain over Greater Accra. Just in the last time, parties would have to cement their authority over their various strongholds. Now,
Evans,
we're making sure we're making inroads into
Mami now see making time with me. This has been Election Matters, the Tuesday edition of Election Matters. And I share a Greater Accra as one of the strong swing regions in Ghana in politics. But before that, as I come the production team, the technical team, and also all the crew who helped make this program a wonderful one. A very good afternoon to you, baby. And we're also live on Green FM 88.5, also on Green TV Ghana, that's on Facebook, and also on greenfmonline.com/radio. Catch us same time tomorrow, God willing. Thank you very much.